Hello everyone, Desert Gold. A few weeks ago I was watching one of my favorite channels on YouTube, that's TN Outdoors 9, and he did a neat little video where he was talking about getting around to the Grizzly Xtreme, and kind of gave me the idea to test that out. I initially was under the impression that the round itself was not really practical, and give you my initial thoughts on it and why I thought that way. These are first of all very expensive rounds. They can be up to anywhere almost $2 a piece. The Grizzly Xtreme 45 ACP round is the 175 grain plus P, and then the 9mm that I had was 110 grain plus P. Alright, I'll give you just kind of a quick view of the rounds. I initially wanted to do the complete testing, shooting the gel, filming it, and got involved with so many other things that I wound up not getting a good sequence on all of that. So the end result was I've got the final results here on the 45, and I was going to go over them real quick. This is the 9, as you can see. Let's see if I can get that in there. These both are solid copper rounds. They've got slits in the jacket, or the actual bullet itself, all the way down the side of the case for extreme expansion, as indicated by the pictures on the cover. Now, my initial thoughts were that this round was going to expand way too much for any kind of penetration. I mean, if it opens up like it shows there, it's like hitting a flat wall. And a couple of things surprised me. One was the 9mm failure to even expand. A while back I did a video called 454 and Slam Fire. In the beginning of that video I did initial test in some wet pack with the 9mm version of this, and this is the actual round that was fired, and you'll see that no expansion, or very little. And then on the day that I did the 45, I also did another 9. Again, the same result. So it's way too early in the testing phase for any conclusive decisions on that, but my initial thinking is that, being that these are solid copper rounds and the size of the cavity on that 9mm is easily plugged up, and I think it just doesn't expand. The 45, on the other hand, a completely different story. The expansion occurred within a couple of inches of the entry point. This was covered with 4 layers of denim in the initial shot. I had expected no more than a few inches of penetration, and I was completely surprised, and it turns out I'll show you why it did better than I thought. Alright, so now we're going to try and get a look at how this .45 Grizzly Xtreme actually traveled through the ballistics gel. As you can see, it entered at this point. I'll try and operate the camera, and it's hard doing it. I had at the time of the test 4 layers of denim over this entry point. It started expanding right here, and that would be right about the 2-inch or 1.5 inch mark. So that is pretty common for hollow point 45. The expansion cavity goes all the way to the 8-inch mark. It starts at 2, so we're looking at about a 6-inch, 6.5 inch expansion cavity. But the interesting part about this is it's not your standard expansion. It's, you know, when you see ballistic gel tests with standard rounds, you'll see that compression and expansion, and I want to say it looks like almost a ripping motion. But look at this. Look at the smooth flow of this. It actually opened up, and instead of tearing through, and as I initially thought it would do about this point, is open up into the flower and come to a screeching halt right about here. But what really happened was it turned on its side, as you can see, and started slicing sideways, almost like a ninja shuriken, and wound up actually putting in a respectable, somewhat surprising final performance, coming in at the leading edge over 12.5 inches. I would have never guessed that this round would penetrate that way. Take a look at the type of path that it made, and I'm going to try and get other views of this. Unfortunately, I have not found a knife that's capable of really doing a nice cutting job on this gel. Alright, this is the inside cutaway, and you can get from the shadowing a good depiction of what really happened. As it started to expand, it started turning sideways, and also it rotated. So you kind of see this swirling. It rotated, and then it started swirling this way. So here you see it rotating down, and unfortunately the gel is quite hard to see through at this point, but you can see this is where the round wound up on its side. So it came down, turned on its side, spinning like a saw all the way down to this point. Now, this is the only round I've had a chance to experiment with as far as the Grizzly Xtreme in the 45. So obviously it's way too soon to be come to any conclusions about this, but this is a common flight path and trajectory for this round. I might be looking at a new carry round, because this is way more devastating than the standard hollow point. Again, I'm not jumping to any conclusions on this, but it is definitely a unique and very aggressive path. So the journey continues with the Grizzly Xtreme. Desert Gold out. Alright everyone, I did dig out the Grizzly Xtreme. I'm hoping you can see the reading on the expansion on this set of pedals. It was 1.34 inches. Freaking amazing. Alright, and I'll rotate this. Let's see what we get on the shorter side. Actually, this turned out to be the longer side at 1.374. But I doubt that it really matters if there is a short or long side, the way this round travels through the body and is spinning like I said, shuriken type motion. It's just going to saw through. Very devastating in this first test. So if this continues to be the pattern for this round, it's going to be an unreal self-defense round.